Hello and welcome to another episode of What Did I Just Watch? With your host as always, Kyle McLemore. This week we'll be recapping and reviewing the long-awaited film from the great Christopher Nolan. That's right, the countdown has officially hit 0 on Oppenheimer. As mentioned before, both written and directed by the great Christopher Nolan, whose previous work includes Tenet, Dunkirk, Inception, Interstellar, The Prestige, Memento, Insomnia. Oppenheimer not only being directed by the great Christopher Nolan, but it's also jam-packed with A-list movie stars, such as Killian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Kenneth Branagh, Florence Pugh, Jack Quaid, Gary Oldman, Josh Peck, Rami Malek. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, there are so many movie stars in this film, even like some big movie stars whose role is basically like, yeah, and like, that's it. Like, there's so many movie stars in this film. The story of Oppenheimer is just that. It's the story of our title character, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and his development of the atomic bomb. The film itself is split into 3 separate eras, one being early Oppenheimer, the development, the theory of the atomic bomb, mid-Oppenheimer, who's like actually building and testing the bomb, and finally there's post-Oppenheimer, the black and white Oppenheimer, the on-trial Oppenheimer, for all of those naughty communist accusations. And so let's kick off Oppenheimer talking about some of the cinematography throughout the film. And you already know that if we're talking Nolan, we're talking unbelievable cinematography. Because every single frame of this movie looks amazing. Not only is the cinematography on point, but the writing and structure of the story is so instantaneously engaging. It is so fast to grab you right at the beginning and you are just in. And with this being a Christopher Nolan film, you can all but guarantee you're getting the best performances from all of these actors, starting of course with our main title character Oppenheimer, played by Killian Murphy, and boy oh boy is he hitting a grand slam straight out of the park. He straight up Babe Ruth walked up and was like, hey, check this out. Correct. I mean, you gotta think that all of the pressure is on Cillian, right? Like, everything is on his shoulder. This movie is gonna either work or not based on his performance, and his performance is unbelievable. Robert Downey Jr. also, he's right there, second or third most amount of screen time, and he is killing it, dude, playing Louis Strauss throughout the film. He has a very interesting character arc throughout the film, and it is a really interesting performance to watch because it really changes as the film goes on, and it is fascinating to watch his performance. It is great. This film is so packed, so jam-packed with amazing actors giving amazing performances that I could sit here and go through all of them individually, but it would get a little bit repetitive because it's literally the same thing. Amazing, dude. Kenneth Branagh, amazing. Florence Pugh, amazing, dude. Like, I can only say that they were perfect so many times before it gets a little bit repetitive. I do feel that the third act is a little tiny bit of a drag because the entire first act is just like the building, the build-up, the theory. The Nazis have this bomb. We gotta make a bomb. And so Act 2 is making the bomb, which is even more intense because it's like we're building it and we need to gather everyone and we gotta get it together. We've only got like a month to do everything and we're putting in the firing pin and my hand is so shaky and it's just building, dude. It's just building, and finally the bomb goes off and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I've still got like an hour and a half of this movie. Wait a minute. And so it's just like unexpected that the big climax, the big finale of Oppenheimer isn't the bomb going off, it's the courtroom drama. And so it's just like this feeling of just like, so we're ending in court. Okay. Like, again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just more like, I just didn't think this is where we're going to end. Again, it is a very, very good movie. It is an extremely engaging movie. There are parts where I'm like gripping my seat, dude. There are parts that are intense. There are parts that are amazing. And like I said, it's not like it doesn't end bad necessarily. It's just that it doesn't really end where we thought it was going to end. It ends kind of further down the road on a less climactic ending. You're just like, okay, this is cool too. Is it as cool as a freaking atom bomb? I don't know, but it's also interesting courtroom stuff. All right. At the end of the day, it is a phenomenal film because not only is it cinematically gorgeous, not only is it jam-packed with unbelievable performances, but it's also like endlessly thought-provoking and all these questions of morality and what is right and what is wrong. I mean, basically at this point in the man's career, we can expect nothing less than perfection from Christopher Nolan, and this is as close to like perfection as one can get. I mean, like, I can't even really think of anything. Like, I'm trying really hard to think of things that I didn't enjoy. Maybe, like, the only thing I keep going back to is maybe not ending the movie in the courtroom drama. Maybe not have our big third act finale be like, man, it was me, Robert Downey Jr., just being a little bitch. Like, I don't know, like ending on that after the whole bomb thing feels like it's not like a peak. It feels more like a lull. So maybe that's like the only kind of criticism I could possibly fathom in this movie. And that's me really, really trying to find a flaw in this film. But overall, it's basically as close to like a perfect movie as one can get. Overall, we're gonna slap it with a A-. That's right, it's basically as close to a perfect movie as one can get. There's really nothing negative to be said. I mean, like, I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying my hardest to say some bad stuff, but it's generally speaking a really almost perfect movie. If you felt differently about Oppenheimer, feel free to comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button because it's much appreciated. I am your host as always, Kyle McLemore, and we'll see you next time at the movies.